All right, jumping in the mix here, guys. I got your notes here, your step-by-step, trying to complete our last page of notes here. So you should have had this guy, and you're flipping to that last page, graph using slope-intercept form. So on the top, you'll go ahead and write down our steps real quick. I'll read them out, but you may need to pause the video to go ahead and get these all copied down because I got only about 5 minutes here. I'm going to run through our notes and give you what you need. So our step one, identify the slope and y-intercept. And remember, our slope represents the m, and the y-intercept represents the b, and that y equals mx plus b. Excellent. And then step two, on the graph, we'll plot the y-intercept point from here, what that b was. And then step three, we'll use the slope to plot additional points. And of course, when we start plotting those slope points, we want to start at the y-intercept. So we'll go over the examples here together right now on how that'll look. Let's go ahead and jump down. Sorry, I got to kind of move around here, but if you got to go back and pause that and finish writing down those steps, please go ahead and do so, because I just got to kind of move right along today. So let's go ahead here, and again, remember our y equals mx plus b, where our m is the slope. It's a slopey letter, and b is our y-intercept. So real quick, we can see that our slope must be 2/3, and our y-intercept must be that -1. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and jump on down to step two. Step two tells us now we need to plot the y-intercept. So let's go ahead and take our y-intercept here, -1. We're going to start at the origin. Here's our y-axis and our x-axis. Start at the origin and go down 1. There we go. There's our first point. So now we've completed step two. Now we're going to go to our last step here. Use the slope to plot additional points, and make sure you start at the y-intercept. So that point we just made, that's where we're going to start. And now we're going to use our slope here, up 2 to the right 3, as slope is rise over run. So I'm going to go from here. 2 means go up 2, rise 2, and 3 means run 3. So to the right, 1, 2, 3. And you could do that again. Up 2, 1, 2, and to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. Then grab a straight edge here today. I got a ruler, or I don't have a ruler. I have a stapler, and that'll do for today. If you got a side of the calculator or maybe side of your textbook. And when you draw that line, you want it to kind of go through the whole graph as this line goes on forever. And we want to represent that, drawing the arrows on each side. So there we go. Notice also our slope is positive and our graph is going in that up positive direction. Let's go ahead and do one more example here together and let you guys finish out the rest on your own today. Graphing y equals 1/3 x minus 4. Let's go ahead and identify the slope and y-intercept. You guessed it, 1/3, and the y-intercept is that -4. So now I'm going to go to my y-axis again, start at the origin, and plot my y-intercept. Looks like I'm going to have to go down as it's -4 spaces, and I'll make a point. Then I'll use my slope starting at the y-intercept. So I don't know why I drew that ugly line there. But I'm going to take my slope here, starting at the y-intercept, and go up 1 to the right 3. Up 1 to the right 3. And you can see, bing, bada, boom. I'm ready to go ahead and graph my next line. Take a straight edge. I'm a little bit off, but hey, I'm trying here. Okay, and we can see, again, the characteristics. This is pointing up. The slope is positive. We can see the next one, the slope is negative. So hopefully that'll be pointing down. Just real quick, make sure you turn that into a fraction, that -5. Put a 1 underneath it. Put a 1 underneath it. So you got your rise would be going down 5, and your run would just be to the right 1. All right. And lastly, guys, this one's plus 3. Make sure you can graph that. And over here, you notice there is nothing on the end, so our y-intercept will actually be right there in the origin. Try to knock it down these last 3 examples, and we'll check them in class tomorrow. I'll see you then, guys.